Hello everyone, very good evening. I hope you all are doing very, very well. So again, as a part of daily news feed, DNF by DIA, we are trying to again get into some kind of a perspective of the news. What we believe is that news is not just the news. It has a lot of things which it covers from the news. And from that perspective, like the Hindu paper or Indian Express, whatever we are covering, that also give you understanding from prelims point of view and the main exam point of view. So I welcome all of you. Now, before I start with the topics of today's class, I welcome Dr. Krishna Mohan Sir. He is with us. Sir, many thank you to you, sir, for
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
accepting the invitation and being the part of this session right now. I am honored, sir. I am very much honored to have you today, this evening, as part of a person to discuss about very important topic which is making a headline. That is a cyclonic event in Bay of Bengal, that is in Tamil Nadu coast. So, dear students, before I start with the topic, let me first read the headline. What the headline is there? Right. Now, headline is this one. Cyclonic storm brewing over the Bay of Bengal to bring heavy rain to Tamil Nadu. I'll bring certain Hindi also there so that you are able to understand the part of it. इसमें यह कहा गया है कि तमिलनाडु के तट पे साइक्लोनिक इवेंट हो रहा है और अब बारिश के होने का जैसा मौसम बन गया है. That is what being talked about. Now, with the cyclonic event brewing over the Bay of Bengal, predicted to reach the North Tamil Nadu Puducherry coast by Saturday. Like now, today this is hot Friday. Tomorrow this will happen there. Heavy rain is likely to continue over coastal areas of Tamil Nadu till Sunday. That means Saturday and Sunday, 2 days there will be heavy rainfall. Now, there is a body, Regional Meteorological Center, RMC. Just like, IMD, Indian Meteorological Department, RMC is there, has issued orange and yellow alert. We will try to understand this. What is this alert? Because sir is a very prominent person. He has been he is a professor. He's a professor teaching geography, and he has been teaching for so long time. Sir has a continuous, and he is a very good expert in the area of disaster management, and he has served as a part of network of disaster management in South Asian countries. He has always been asked as an advisor and expert. So we will try to understand this alert, yellow alert, orange alert, what alert system is there, and heavy to very heavy rainfall. What is being said here? However, downgraded red alert, earlier was red alert, but now it has been downgraded here. Now the name of the place is given: Kodalur, then Mayiladuruthu, then Tiruvallur, Nagapattinam, and Karaikal. The orange alert has been said here. So now he has said that in this article, when you read, now what is a very important thing I will just highlight here. According to the RMC, Regional Meteorological Center, the deep depression. Now again the word is here, deep depression over southwest Bay of Bengal moved slowly northwestward at a speed of 3 km per hour. That is during the past 6 hours, and lay center about 100 km east north of Trichonmeli. That is what the place given, 320 km southeast of Nagapattinam and 420 km southeast of Puducherry. This is what is given, 500 km from Chennai, from the Chennai coast. Now you know that last year again there was a cyclone, and what is happening now, year by year, this cyclonic event is becoming severe. So we will try to understand from sir every dimension, and we will also bring about the climate change perspective also, how the global warming, climate change is affecting there, and how this part of things are happening with the Bay of Bengal there. So without wasting much time, I would request sir to talk about this part. Sir, you are welcome, sir. You have the part, sir. You can. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Very good evening to all of you, and thank you very much, sir, for inviting this session. And I'm very glad to be part of this because I have been working with NDRF, National Disaster Response Force, for the last 15 years. And I have a real-time experience with cyclones. And also I'm an educator, and I teach NDRF personnel who deal with cyclonic rescue. Sir, I'll be sharing a screen also at the same time, if you can allow me. So I would like to start by saying cyclones are atmospheric disturbances. So you all know these are low pressure system with anti-clockwise spin in northern hemisphere and clockwise spin in southern hemisphere. So this is the basic that you all know. So why they are like this and all I'll be discussing now. So tropical cyclones that we all know, for the last few years, their intensity and frequency have been increasing. So now what happens? Let's say we all know land specific heat capacity is low. That is, land heats up very quickly, cools down very quickly. Whereas water specific heat capacity is very high. So oceans store large amount of energy for a very long period of time. So especially after after a monsoon, land starts cooling and gradually the water accumulates that heat. So when the water temperature increases beyond 26 degrees Celsius, that is 26.5 degrees Celsius, so what happens? The low pressure develops over the water. When the low pressure develops over the water, what happens? Gradually the air becomes warm and warm air starts rising up, causing low pressure on the water surface. Since oceans can supply large amount of moisture, because oceans have large amount of energy, they are treasurers of energy. So they supply a lot of moisture into the atmosphere, creating a huge cumulonimbus cloud. These clouds can create enormous rain over the ocean, and the wind speed can reach up to 250 km per hour. So that is very devastating. So here in this particular, I'm sharing the screen. Sir, can you allow me to share the screen?
Yes, sir. Just a second, sir. I'm making that admin part.
Yes. So tropical cyclones, they cause a lot of loss of life and property every year. So across the world, whether it is a typhoon in South China Sea or Willies in North Australian region, or our cyclones in Indian Ocean, or hurricanes in North Atlantic and North Pacific Ocean, all this can cause lot of havoc every year.
Sir, you can share, sir.
Yes, sir. So if you notice this image here that I'm showing you, this is the satellite feed. All of you will be able to see this.
Yes, sir. We are able to see you.
So this is one of the recent satellite feeds. You can notice that how anticyclonic and cyclonic both in this image. So first I'm going to talk about the cyclonic circulation here in the Bay of Bengal. If you all can notice that India and Sri Lanka can be seen clearly. And also you can notice Bay of Bengal and parts of Bangladesh and Burma here. If you notice, there is a low pressure over the Bay of Bengal here. And you can notice the entire anti-clockwise circulation of this cyclone here. So in northern hemisphere, cyclones are anti-clockwise. You can notice that here. The center of the cyclone is eye of the cyclone. You can notice that center is the eye, and you can see how the winds are revolving around a low pressure here. So you can notice the center is the cumulonimbus cloud and the periphery is the nimbostratus cloud. Cyclones initially they have a diameter of 200 to 400 kilometers. Initial days. Gradually they go up to 1000 kilometers. So when they grow beyond 1000 kilometer diameter, we call them as a super cyclone. So you can notice a huge cyclone that is found here in the Bay of Bengal. So you can see the height of the cyclone can go up to 14-15 kilometers, reaching tropopause. So you can notice that they can cause a lot of wind across this region. So you can notice the southern hemisphere also here. This is another satellite feed I'm showing you. In southern hemisphere, you can notice how the cyclonic circulations are clockwise. You can see. In southern hemisphere, you can see the low pressure I and the surrounding wind circulations are clockwise in southern hemisphere near Madagascar. This is Madagascar. So I want all of you to notice this. In this image, the wind speed can reach up to 200 to 250 km per hour. You can see how the coconut trees along the our eastern coast will be uprooted now. Let's say you can see in this image, you can see the winds can uproot a huge tree altogether. You can notice how the tree has been uprooted here. Okay, so the winds can cause a lot of damage to the structures as well as loss of life and property. Okay, so notice this, friends, here. In this, you can notice how the water surface heats up. All of you can notice this, water surface heats up and the air starts going up, creating an eye in the center and cross section of a cyclone you can all see. Sir, are you able to see the screen?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can see how the winds are revolving around the low pressure in a anti-clockwise, and you can notice how the wind goes up, the moisture goes up, and a huge cumulonimbus clouds are formed. This is the cross section of a cyclone, friends. So you can notice that here. Okay, so some of the conditions are the temperature of the water should be more than 26 or 26.5 degrees Celsius. Second is the low pressure should be formed on the water. And third is the cumulonimbus cloud and upward spiraling circulation and the upper level divergence, we call it as. So you can notice all this formed over the water. Notice that once this circulation is formed, entire cyclone starts to move from east to west, because in tropical region, the trade winds push the cyclone from east to west. So that means if the cyclone form in Andaman Sea or Bay of Bengal, where will they go? They'll come towards our east coast. Correct? Our eastern
Right, sir.
coast of India, Sri Lanka part, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Odisha, West Bengal region. What if the cyclone develops in Arabian Sea? The cyclone will move towards Yemen, Oman, Saudi Arabia, correct? Iran, that side. So the
Right, sir.
cyclones, tropical region may, cyclones will move from east to west under the influence of trade winds.
Yes, sir.
You can see in this particular image, I want you to see how a particular cyclone is formed. You can notice it is moving from east to west. This is a hurricane in the Bay of in the North Atlantic Ocean. I'll show that again. You can see hurricane in North Atlantic Ocean moving from east to west. And as
Yes,
it
sir.
reaches the land, it is called as landfall or landslide of cyclone. Below the cyclone, you can see the heavy rain, wind, and how it causes damage here on the Earth's surface. So all this you can notice here. So why am I showing you this? So because many of you have not witnessed it, you have just heard about it. So on the
Yes, sir.
ground, the realities are totally different. So it is like a nightmare, I should say. So being on the field and rescuing people, it's very, very difficult during the cyclone. And also, the awareness about cyclone is not much. Very few people have heard of these cyclones, and they are not ready to move out of their homes when they hear the alert. That becomes very challenging for us to work in the, rescuing people along the coastline. So what I would like to mention further is uh, La Nina. La Nina in the Peru region now. Okay, so the entire Eastern Pacific is cooling. Because of this Eastern Pacific cooling, the Australian, Indonesian region and our Bay of Bengal region is warming up. So
Right, sir.
that intensifies more cyclones in our Bay of Bengal. So that is the reason your article says cyclones brewing in Bay of Bengal. Now, whenever
Yes,
there
sir.
is a La Nina in Peru, so the North Australia region, Indonesia and Bay of Bengal, Southeastern Asian region warms up, causing more cyclones here. And also Atlantic Ocean also will see more hurricanes. In Gulf of Mexico, Caribbean Sea region, there'll be more hurricanes this year. Okay, so that's what we have seen all throughout this year. Okay, this is one part. So once the cyclone move over the earth surface, over the water surface, mostly, they get recurved. Recurve means because the entire cyclone system is considered as one setup. So when the cyclone starts moving over the earth surface, the Coriolis force acts on it, causing it to recurve. So if you notice this, I would show you the recurve part here. I'm going to show you the map. 1 second. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll be able to show you the screen, sir. 1 second, because that recurve is very
Yes, sir.
important. So the recurve causes the cyclones to get intensified. So the cyclone moving towards our Tamil Nadu sometimes can recurve and go towards Andhra Pradesh. So that is the reason cyclones get intensified over the period of time. So the entire cyclone, as they move from east to west, they recurve, and move towards the other states further
Yes.
north. So that is then, like say, cyclone in Bay of Bengal near Tamil Nadu can recurve and go towards Andhra. That is the reason your article says cyclones moving northwards, affecting northern districts of Tamil Nadu.
Yes,
Okay, so
sir.
that you have to understand here. Similarly, a cyclone near Karnataka and Goa in Arabian Sea can recurve and go towards Gujarat and Pakistan. Okay, so recurve part is also very important. You have to understand this. Another aspect I would like to add is the global warming.
Yes,
So,
sir. That is true, sir.
global warming, what happens is because across the world, air temperatures are increasing, surface temperatures are increasing. Because of global warming, our surface temperatures have been increasing, and the frequency and intensity of cyclone is increasing
Yes,
all
sir.
around the world. So one is the La Nina phenomena you have to understand now, and other one is the global warming part you have to understand now. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so yes, sir. Coming to the alert part, sir, I would like to show you this alert we have. So National Disaster Management Authority, okay, we have these alert system to save lives. Okay, because the main intention of our main motto of our NDMA is to save life. Okay, that all of you know. So before the let's say whenever there is no cyclone, there is no such alert. But as soon as there is a depression, low pressure formed over the water, so they'll give a alert called pre-cyclone watch. The pre-cyclone watch is given before 72 hours. You can notice that. That is 3 days in advance. The color code is either white or green, depending upon that. Then once the cyclone becomes a storm, like gradually it is growing, okay, then they give cyclone alert, that is 48 hours, that is 2 days. That's what the article says. Yellow alert,
Right, sir.
yellow. Then when the cyclone becomes, when approaches closer towards our coast, then it is called, that is 24 hours mein orange alert. Orange alert. And when the cyclone is close to our land, when the landfall occurs, a red alert is given 12 hours before, and it goes 24 hours after this landfall. So like this, the color code systems are used to alert the people. When I say yellow, that means people will be okay. So you have to be alert. You have to collect all your belongings, especially your medicines if you are on medication, Aadhaar card, ration card if you have, you have to valuables and all what you have taken, and you have to prepare yourself. Then when they say it is like almost reaching the coast, landfall, then you have to vacate your house along with your kids and animals, pets. You have to walk out of the house along the coast. Up to 5 kilometers, we evacuate the coast. That means you can understand here, without this evacuation system, will not be able to save any lives. So one of the cyclones, that is Cyclone Falin that hit Odisha, we lost 10,000 people. We were there picking up bodies. I'm telling you, this is not that is something that we don't want to do again. So that is then after that, Odisha has come up with a very unique system of alert, so that whenever the cyclone approaches, everybody leaves away from the coast up to 5 kilometers. So today we celebrate Zero Casualty Day in Odisha. So even
Right,
in
sir.
UN, they appreciated Odisha as a zero casualty state when it comes to cyclones. So that is something that we all have to learn, and other states have to follow suit to prevent loss of life. Now, all of you know, when they say orange alert was there, when they degraded it to yellow means what? So that means the cyclone is moving to some other places. That's what the article said. Sir used the word, the orange alert has been degraded into yellow. So that means the
Yellow.
cyclone is moving in different direction. So those districts will be given red alert later on. So I think the article, whatever keywords was there, I have mentioned it.
Yes, sir. You
Ha,
have, yes, sir. You have explained that one.
ha, sir.
And red alert, yellow or red, orange
Ha.
one. Yes, sir.
Sir, yes,
Sir,
last thing, sir. One more thing I would like to add.
yes,
This
sir.
is called Saffir-Simpson hurricane scale. This is the scale we use to, let's say, measure the intensity of cyclones, sir. This is used in hurricane for Atlantic Ocean. In India also, we are using this. So in UPSC exam, they'll ask, what is Saffir-Simpson scale used for? To measure the intensity of cyclones or hurricanes. So this is the question
Yes,
they
sir.
can ask in the exam. And you can see 1 to 5. It ranges from 1 to 5. 1 is like moderate damage to minimal damage. 5 is catastrophic. Okay, so this is the other part, sir. And the last part is the naming tropical cyclones in Indian Ocean region. Our Regional Specialized Meteorological Center, IMD, has come up with the name list. Earlier we had an old name list. Now we have a new name list. So in the new name list, there are 13 countries, each country giving 13 names. So we have arranged the names of these countries in alphabetical order. You can see Bangladesh comes first, India, Iran, Maldives, Myanmar, Oman, Pakistan, Qatar, Saudi, Sri Lanka, Thailand, UAE, Yemen, alphabetical order. And each country has given 13 names, so 169 names are there in the list. So
Right,
we are
sir.
in the list two, sir. We are in the list two. The name is Bengal. IMD has chosen this name now. Bengal for this cyclone.
Right, sir. Right, sir.
Next will be Shakti. Next will be Monta, something like that. This list, second will be over, then they'll go to the third list.
Okay, sir.
So
Mhm.
this is how the cyclones are named. So why do we have to name them? To create awareness, to
Right.
do research, R&D, research and development. That means from every cyclone we learn. We prepare ourselves for the next cyclone. So
Mhm.
for disaster management, we need to name the cyclone. Otherwise, there was no need for the naming the cyclone. Sometimes, sir, there'll be 2 or 3 cyclones in Indian Ocean, one in Arabian Sea, two in Bay of Bengal, one in Indian Ocean. So then the situation becomes even more dangerous. When the two
Yes, sir.
cyclones, yes, sir, when the two cyclones are very close by and when they join, so they become even more catastrophic. We call it as Fujiwara effect. Fujiwara effect in, like say, it's named after a Japanese climatologist.
Right, sir.
Yes, sir.
No, sir,
Yes, sir.
this is
Okay.
really good, sir. This is very, what I can see right now, this 69 names are there.
Yes,
And
sir.
every
160.
country, one by one, they keep on giving their
Yes,
name.
yes. Uh-huh.
And we have all this name, like, so it will keep on, like, every year, this cyclone comes to Bay of Bengal. And you
Yes,
have
sir.
said very correct, sir. Two cyclones, when they come close to each other, then they can merge together to form even a more,
Devastating. Yes, yes.
yeah. So even I think Gujarat last time there were two cyclones,
Cyclones. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
together they were coming there. Sir, you have very nicely explained deep depression. What is depression, El Nino, La Nina, and this part of it, alert system. Because what happened, many students, they read about this in the newspaper, but they are not knowing the concept.
Yes,
What is
yes, yes.
the concept there?
Yes,
So this is
true,
really
true.
very, sir, fantastic, sir. This table which I can see right now. There's all the students might be also seeing there. It's really very good and very comprehensively give that insight. That
Yes,
part
sir.
of it. And the animation
Thank you.
part was very, really good, very good, sir. It gave a very good understanding of the landfall and the movement of the cyclone, anti-clockwise and clockwise movement. That's
Yes.
really very good, sir. And
Thank
sir,
you,
this
sir.
is what is happening every year. That's what. And another angle, what you have discussed, global warming.
Yes,
The
sir.
angle of the global warming, which is making it more intense.
Yes, sir.
The
True, true.
frequency is increasing and severity also increasing year by year,
Yes, yes,
given the fact of the warming of the ocean being a
yes, sir.
condition there. Sir,
True, sir. True.
sir, really, sir, thank you so much for sparing your time.
Thank
And
you, sir. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
I'm really very, very privileged to have you today to
Thank
talk
you, sir.
about this particular cyclonic event in Bay of Bengal. And sir, one more thing, students, I would like to add that, sir, we are working on some kind of platform where sir will be also to teach geography. And sir is going everywhere, Hyderabad, Kolkata, you name the place, Delhi, wherever you name the place, you will find sir. And so that's what I requested sir in the morning. Sir, can you spare time? So sir said, yes, I will be coming there. So nice of you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, I will carry on with the other news, sir.
Yes, sir.
And
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
yes, sir. I'll catch up with you, sir, after some time, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you a
Thank
lot. Thanks a lot, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.